Hi and welcome to my channel. So today I'm bringing you my week 18 spread of Project Life. So I've got my photos ready and placed them where I think they're going to be, though they may change and indeed do change. And I'm just going through my 3x4 cards. So I have a couple of IKEA boxes just full of different 3x4 cards, and at the minute I've pulled out a load that have come from some Studio Calico kits. And these were ones that they had in the sale for like $5 or $10, something like that, which tends to be when I pick them up. And these are the ones with the square corners, so they're the more recent ones. So I'm going through those and I pulled out a couple that I liked, especially that one on the right hand side. It's got pink, it's got orange, and it's also got purple, which was great because I've got that close-up picture of my daughter's eye, which is her type of pictures that she's loved to take at the moment, and it's got her purple hair. And then also the picture next to it is my youngest likes to make origami horses, to the point that there's loads and loads of origami horses, and one of the ones near the top is in an orange. So I decided that would be my colour scheme. It just sort of happened and evolved. So I've picked out all cards that sort of go with the orange, purple, pinky type colour, and now I'm looking for some embellishments that have sort of got that hint of turquoise. So these round circles are also from Studio Calico, and I have sort of an old Studio Calico kit bag just full of little bits that are a little bit too lumpy, but I don't want to split them into coloured boxes yet because I've not had them long. And that also includes these acrylic stars from Freckle Fawn. So the top card says it was written in the stars. So I've placed a couple of turquoise ones on there, and I'm messing about with a couple of the others. These acrylic shapes are really nice. They're a little bit too thick in my opinion for Project Life, but they still look okay, and two of them have gone on, but I don't like them to be too bumpy. Now with bringing out those stars, it actually made me get out my wood veneer. So I've got out my wood veneer stars. I'm putting quite a few on the top card and messing about with some on the others, and they will change about a little bit as the layout goes on, but I was just sort of getting a feel for what I'd like and how it would all look. I've now pulled out another one of my little IKEA boxes, which for £1.70 are awesome. And this one just has stood up loads of stickers and stuff. You'll have seen them probably in my Add the Stash. I've pulled out this little diamond from Elle Studio, a die cut pack that I had in my last month's kit. And then I'm trying a few other bits. So at the minute, these are a couple of stickers from my Killer Kit video, which you'll see coming up soon. See if any of those will work in the attempt to use things up as I go along, but they won't actually end up making it to this layout, unfortunately. I've then pulling out some stickers from Elle Studio to see if I like any of those in any certain places, but the blue wasn't really the right colour. I do still try a few before I decide that the shapes and the colours aren't quite working, so I'll pop them back. I've pulled out those word stickers from Jelly Bean Soup that seem to have been in my stash for forever, and I will actually end up using one of those soon, but you'll see that. So now I'm just going through. I've decided to just pull out a few different bits that sort of match the colours, the orange and mainly the purple. I don't actually scrap in purple very often. I don't have many purple stickers. This one is from a really old, I think it was My Mind's Eye sticker sheet. So I'm trying to decide which one I prefer best on that card. And I do decide I like this little banner sticker that says All About You. Takes me a couple of goes to line it up so that the little sort of fishtail is lined up on the actual card itself. And then I decide that that die cut from Elle Studio is not going to work and pop that away. It now does get to the point where I've got a few bits all over my desk, so I am just going to grab some other purpley, sort of deep pinky type bits, just so I can get the box out the way and have a proper mess. So I've pulled out some Heidi Swap puffy stickers. I've also got some little enamel shapes from La-Di-Da, some Kaiser shapes which I don't think I end up using, and some freckled form bits as well. So I've pulled those out and I'm going to tuck the rest out the way. This layout does actually end up staying rather simple, which is the way I do like my Project Life spreads to be, but I'm really happy with the way the colour schemes worked out on this one. So I'm going to try a little turquoise heart, and that doesn't quite work, but I do pull out a couple more stars. So it ends up being a very starry layout, does this one. I keep pinching little wooden stars off that top card just so I can get my other cards all lined up. So I'm going to pull in 2 of those little turquoise stars on the All About You card, though they do move a little bit. And then I'm having a look through the La-Di-Da enamel shape sheet, and we'll end up with a little purple heart on that bottom card that says "Feed me and tell me I'm pretty." So they're next to cards of my eldest daughter, who's found a few Snapchat filters to go crazy with, which actually some of them are quite funny, so I don't so much mind. And here I'm bringing out those Jillibeans words. I just felt as though that extra hint of turquoise, it sort of gave that card a little bit of something to it without, you know, it's not the beginning of the year, it's April. End of April, beginning of May this week. Hence the first load of washing actually made it onto the line, which is my favourite time of the year. So yeah, I pop that every day on there, and I decide that I do like the way that looks, so I'm going to glue that straight down. So this glue I'm using is by Stampin' Up, and it's a clear adhesive, which I find is great for the likes of vellum, and it sticks really well. And it comes in a fine line bottle. And then the other picture that I've got on there on the bottom is just a screenshot of my phone. Instagram was about to update its app icon, so I decided that I would snapshot it before it changed, because in a few years that'll be of interest, you know, a bit like when Marathon changed to Snickers, that sort of thing. So I'm just going to move about a few different stars, and then I decide I do like where they all are on the 3 cards that are around the bottom, so I'm going to get those stuck. Get those all stuck down, lots of little wood pieces. It's not made any dent in my wood box, but it's a start. So I've got that little bit of turquoise on most cards, not the bottom one, but as long as the colour scheme goes through. So I'm moving a few of the other bits that I know I don't need. I did try to use one of those freckle fawn arrows because it actually had a purple one on it, but by the time I found them, I'd already decided on what I liked. So I'm just going to trim all those up, and then I'm going to have a mess about with the top one. So quite a few stars have come off and moved on to other different cards, but I am only going to add in, I think, 2 more from what's on there now, so it's still quite light in stars. And then I'm going to get that glued down. And it's really surprising how this layout doesn't particularly have a lot of items on it, but I do really like the way it's come out. I think just because it's a bit of a different colour scheme for me. Just using my Pick Me Up pen, thought I'd give that a go to get the little stars in the right place. And it's great, but you get one end to pick it up and another end to hold it down, but you can't use them both at the same time. Maybe I need to look at it more, maybe it comes apart, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to speed this bit up now while I go round all of my cards in the black pen, which I do on every card. The reason I do it at the end is that if something does touch the edge of the card, I do leave a gap. So on this one that's 2016, I don't draw the lines under the vellum. And that's that layout done. So here's a little sneaky peek, and there'll be even more close-ups at the end. I'm on a Project Life catch-up, so keep an eye out for more catch-up videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.